Oh, I have a pet at the house.
TikToker now facing 16 years in prison for food poisoning prank.
This TikToker is now facing a maximum of 16 and a half years in prison for his reckless behavior for social media attention. I mean, the dude has been in court 3 times in the last few weeks, and while he's not in prison yet, it seems like he might be soon. As it really hasn't been long since I uploaded my last video on Wolfie covering, you know, when he bug sprayed the produce section at a Walmart in Mesa, Arizona. What a true brilliant stunt to not only do, but also film and upload for the whole world to see. But as you would expect, not long after he posted all this to his Instagram and TikTok, he was arrested by Mesa police because who would have thought poisoning the produce section in Walmart, filming it, and uploading it to the internet would get you arrested? I guess he didn't. This is like the most obvious thing to never do.
It's crazy because he tried to say like, oh yeah, I didn't do that. I did it, but then I took all the fruit back. So then like nobody really got hurt. But it's like, gang, like you're not supposed to do that in the first place though, bro. Like even if he put water in there, I feel like still like some of the residue from the poison would have still been in the actual can. So then it's just like, I would rather him put water, like a real prank video, I guess, prank, whatever, would have been like putting a water bottle, like, you know, like the little spray bottles, and then putting like a, I don't know, like a poison something like label or whatever on it, and then spraying it on there to look like, I'm spraying poison, I'm a villain. But it's like, really, you're just watering the fruits and stuff. Like, you got like Fiji water or something in there, like,
for 99.9999999%
I feel like that would have been a much better.
I guess there's always that
prank.
one guy. But things have been moving so
unemployed for on a Tuesday afternoon. That is kind of
But things have been moving so fast that at this point, the man has already been called to court 3 times for 3 different reasons, as he keeps getting into more trouble. So the charges are just stacking from his past behavior because the dude essentially...
so they are getting him for his last stuff too.
With that video. As now, they might decide to penalize him for all the other felonies and misdemeanors that he's filmed himself committing for attention on TikTok that we've also covered here on this channel. What's ironic is the first video I posted on this guy, probably like 6 months ago, I opened that video saying, in quote, this TikToker is about to be thrown in prison for his content.
This TikTok prankster is about to get thrown in prison for his recent content.
And well, 6 months later, that might be the case soon. One of the new updates is some new charges, and one of them would be for 3rd-degree burglary at Bosa Donuts. So here we have Charles Smith, aka Wolfie Coletti. He had to spend Christmas in jail after the judge working on his case increased his bond by $10,000.
That's crazy, bro. It's 27 villain, bro. Like, I feel like that's kind of young to be a villain, though. I feel like you didn't really give the world a chance yet, for real. I feel like most villains start around like 30, between like 32 and 38. I feel like it's like prime villain age, because then like you've seen enough through your 20s and everything, and like you've acquired like this knowledge on the world that needs to change, and then now you can just act on it, you know, and just like terrorize the younger generation. Probably like 2 or 3 younger generations at that point whenever you're 30. But like, yeah, I feel like 32 to 38, maybe like 35 is the sweet spot. Like that's like prime villain age, I feel like.
Dollars for separate crimes. To that, Wolfie said in his interview with police that he performs
a private flower store, they trust work produce, and when they trust you enough, add more water to keep the fruit fresh. Mouse poisoning in it, then quit and watch the master plan go out. No, that is not, no, you don't poison the fruit. Okay, if you are going to do that, you gotta not record it though. So at that point, like, what are you really doing it for if you're not gonna record it, you know? Because nobody's gonna know that you did it. You can't just be a villain and only do villainous acts for yourself. I feel like most villains want attention most of the time.
These pranks, and he actually refers them as pranks, which is absolutely insane, and which is why I always refer to them as pranks with the quotation marks, because I would never refer to them as pranks, but clearly some people sadly do. But he said in an interview with the police that he does these pranks with people as to troll for social media. The dude is 27 years old, and he films himself harassing people in public, and he essentially goes, "We do a little trolling." Okay, buddy, have fun in jail. But what makes things worse for him is he says the increase in bond, that wouldn't be a problem because he earns between $6,000 and $10,000 a month with his content on TikTok. Now, I'm not gonna lie, that's an insane amount of money for the content that he's doing. But if he's not lying. I mean, he really just started making a living off of being a burden to society. So I guess he's just become a crash out content creator who just disturbs people for a living and makes
crazy
money off of either people donating to him or the ad revenue he gets on his videos. So I guess he just kind of joins Johnny Somali and the other bums of his niche. But back to his new burglary charges, despite the increased bond supposedly not being a problem for him, during one of his last visits to court, Coletti asked the judge if he could leave the jail to feed his dog, and he promised to return as soon as he made sure that he was fine and well. Well, that doesn't sound like a request from someone who claims the bail was like nothing. Why don't you just bail out, bud?
Do you have any questions for me?
I do. I have a pet at the house, and we live alone, and she hasn't been able to eat in like 6 days. I was wondering if I have any access of going home and promising to return to court, the next court date.
So you already have a bond in the other case, and so I can't control that bond.
Yeah, don't film yourself poisoning the produce section at
I'm not gonna
Walmart
lie. Him
if you
recording
have
that is just
dependents? That is
like that's the part that just blows my mind, bro. Like you really recorded this, and then like now everybody's saying in the comments how you gonna go to jail, and it just never happened, and then like now all of a sudden it's happening, and you just sitting there like, dang, like how can I get out of this? Because no cap, he probably would have just recorded a video whenever he went home, or probably recorded a couple videos, have them scheduled out that way he can make enough money to like pay the bail or something. I don't know. I feel like he would have. I feel like he was thinking of something, but asking to go home to feed your dog. I mean, like I feel like you could have had a better excuse than that, gang. I feel like regardless they wouldn't have let you out, but like, hey, that wasn't that good though.
There's actually beings out there that are living and rely on him to live. But of course, that request was denied. And it's just depressing because like if it was so important to him and if he really cared that much about the dog, he should have thought twice before doing all of this and recording all of this and posting on the internet. Hopefully, someone close to him saw that and went and saved the dog. But even though the court paperwork is sealed and we do not have access to the full content, there is actually one extra positive thing to the story because the judge has already determined that even if Charles Smith or Wolfie manages to post bail and get out without further ado, he's still going to be prohibited from posting to social media. So that means for as long as this trial goes on, even if he gets out of jail, he can't post content. And then to make things even worse for this guy, you know, he was just bragging about his $6,000 to $10,000 a month income. Well, that's been deleted. His TikTok account is now banned. His income was just Thanos snapped as soon as he could brag about it. And then if you look at his other accounts like his Instagram and backup TikTok, all the posts there, it's just a bunch of people roasting him for his behavior, which is extremely deserved because like the dude walks around and harasses innocent random people that are just minding their own business. That's
facts,
his whole
bro.
shtick.
The fact that he like recorded it, bro, and then thought nobody was gonna do anything about it. That's the part that just blows my mind. It's like, bro, do you not know how the internet works, gang? You're 27, gang. Like you were around for the satellite TV with like the little antennas, and you were around for smartphones, gang. Like you've seen it all. You've seen the evolution, and for some reason you just decided to think they, you know what I'm saying, thought shit was sweet. Me?
Do you need help?
I'm good, thank you. I'm going so much.
Why are you just like dragging
This looks like an ad. Is she wearing jorts?
out on the ground?
Because I couldn't afford a cart. They said I need to give them something valuable, but I don't have anything valuable, so
You're not that smart, are you?
I'm trying my best, bro.
Okay, just alright. How far you gotta go?
All the way down there, but I'll be fine.
Alright, yeah, gotcha. Hey, be real. That girl that's dragging that box down there, you think she's uneducated?
I have no idea about that.
She's
What kind of question is that?
woman. Okay, word. That girl's slow as fuck.
At least she didn't film herself committing a bunch of crimes. So the top comment is, look at you sitting in jail. I'm sure that uneducated girl is now getting the last laugh at your slow ass.
Can't attend you here and now as I'd like, but just try to stay out of my way. Just try.
The fuck?
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog too.
I love how nonchalant they actually were to his antics there. At least that was infinitely better than him dumping a bunch of ice into it like he did previously.
Bro, there's actually something wrong with him, bro. I'm not gonna lie. He said not as fine. Bro, she's not fine shit. Do people actually say that? Because I seen a TikTok where the guy was, or some dude was walking up to a girl, he's like, hey, fine shit. And I'm like, bro, please tell me that that's not real, bro. Please tell me people don't actually do that, bro. Please. That sounds so weird. Like, no way that works. This video is just crazier and crazier every time I see it. Like, and it's like the camera flip, and he's just sitting there trying to hold in his laugh, like.
But before his TikTok was deleted, we did see him make videos with this other guy who we've also covered on this channel a few times before. And this guy was also facing prison time for his TikTok content. I think if I remember correctly, he was facing actually 3 years. And this was for his abomination of what he calls TikTok content, like videos like this.
Think you might be spare change by any chance?
You want something for the I could get you a $5 gift.
If you could, it'd be a blessing. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. What's your name?
My name is Fun.
Fanya, I'm Trey. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Hey guys, I just want to say thank you so much for giving me that food. I want to give you this rock. Now, if you didn't give me any money to get food, I would have with that rock.
What the fuck?
But I want to say life's about choices. And you made a valuable choice and the correct choice. You decided to spare money for that meal, and I decided.
What are you talking about, bro?
So super sweet.
Sweet. Serious? Bro, get your down.
You guys are really sweet, you know? I appreciate that.
How dare you, bro?
Thank you.
Yes.
Why did he say it like that? How dare you, bro? Look, I understand, but it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Video again did not make me like him more. I mean, these two TikTokers
he was basically going like take her out with the rock.
The worst social media creator of the year. I guess we could say they're having a bit of a sociopath off, but he was let off with very little time. So maybe Wolfie or Charles Smith saw this as a green light to continue making his content. But that case was actually in California. And now Wolfie is facing the judge in Arizona. So Arizona might handle this very differently, but who knows?
But other than that, Wolfie's last court appearance was around December 31st, and as this case unfolds, I'll probably keep covering it as we'll get to see what kind of penalties he actually gets. As of now, if you add all of his charges together, he's facing about 16.5 years. Will he get that? Probably not, but also, a lot more charges can be added. So if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, and I'll keep you guys updated on the...
If they just start adding charges from all of his videos, he's about to be cooked. But I don't know, though. I feel like he'll be back on the internet by the end of this year, bro. Not even joking. I feel like he'll be back on the internet by the end of this year. Yo, just in case to tell him he's free. What to say? Prank shit and put it in prison. I guess, yeah, 15 years. He's 27. He'll be what? What is that? 32, 42? By the time he get out? 42? Yeah. I mean, like, he ain't gonna be pranking this shit at 42. He might be, actually. I ain't gonna lie. He'll probably just become a kick streamer or some shit. The girl belongs in jail. Anti-clout law where person record their crimes for double their sentence of the base penalty. You know what? I actually like this idea. If you do the crime, you get the time. But if you record the crime, you basically did that shit twice. So now you gotta fucking do that bitch double. De-incentivizes people to record their fucking crimes, dude. Holy shit. Yeah, that's good though. That's good. Good updates. Good updates. Holy shit, dude. What the fuck? Like, why does that shit even happen?